Attraction Part 3, all other parts down below. Well, the daughter has been sick the last few days. Naturally, on the first nights I have her by myself. Poor baby. The ex looked like crap today dropping her off. Whatever, I look at her with pity. Indifference is becoming more and more. So, for this first weekend without my daughter, I have a bonfire, ball game, and the Blues hockey game to go to. I am going to have a little fun and avoid my crap for the weekend. I am sure this is going to still be ridiculously hard. Sleep has been terrible. Woke up last night and thought, gee, I bet they are just cuddling in bed right now. Lasted for about 5 minutes and I smacked myself in the face and squashed it. Anyway, things are moving along. The loan will be signed Thursday along with her name getting off the deed. The underwriters got it done quickly. Small update. I guess I have blown the dust off a bit and forgot some things about myself that I am now starting to see. The more I remove myself from thinking about the past and really focusing on the now, the happier and more excited I am becoming. With the STBXW being out of the house, I can breathe again. I feel a bit less heavy. It is actually kind of nice. Now, that doesn't mean that I do not miss her from time to time, but I do not miss her as much as I thought I would. Almost barely, to be honest. I guess I have been detaching in bigger strides than I thought. Tonight is officially the last piece of the split. Cannot wait to get this loan and deed transfer done and I can put all this crap behind me. So about 5 p.m. Central, I will be one step closer to signing. Well, the deed papers are signed. The loan is going to have to wait a few more days while it is notarized. The loan guy kind of messed that all up, not realizing that she needs to be off the deed, else she has to approve the loan. The STBXW got pissed and cussed me out in front of all of the loan officers and stated multiple times she wants no part of anything to do with the house. So, in essence, I get to wait a few more days for them to process that. It is kind of a big mess up on their part, but still I got blamed for it. Haha, still everything is my fault. Anyway, she is at least off of the deed. She is just still responsible for half the debt. Daughter is with her tonight. Hope she is a light. I hate not having her here. Oh well, something was accomplished, just not everything that I wanted done. I cannot wait to get the divorce over with. The only times I am getting upset now is when I have to be around her. I just would prefer to never see her again, but she is the mother of my daughter. I am doing pretty well otherwise, just a bit of a frustrating day. We are doing the divorce uncontested and filling out all of the paperwork together. We have to take childcare classes before we can officially file, which we are doing in the next 2 weeks, and we are using Divorce Writer. We have filled out a custody agreement and everything is done. Just one more hoop before we can file, and then I figure in 2 to 3 months we will be divorced. If not sooner. I have made this amicable, because I know how to deal with her. It is the best way, honestly, instead of wasting the $10,000. I have spoken to a lawyer, figured out the child support to a T through Divorce Writer, and essentially do not need to make this ugly. If she breaks her promises, to which I have told her, lawyers will get involved. But I essentially have her because she doesn't want to spend her precious nest egg on lawyer fees, so I have a lot of power to dictate and stand up for myself to protect my best interests. My boss used Divorce Writer and he had no issues whatsoever. She is way too young to notice. She seems the same. She is sleeping well and just going about her days and nights like nothing has changed. Well, my first weekend without my daughter is almost complete and I survived it. I went to a bonfire on Friday, had a pretty good time. Reconnected with some old friends whom I miss dearly. Saturday, Blues game. We lost. Damn it. Before that I went clothes shopping and spent too much damn money. But the clothes make me feel and look great. Sunday, Cardinals game. Was a blast. Now, at home and am tired. I know I will not have weekends like this very often, but for the first one I think I couldn't have crammed any more into it and survived. My only regret was the Cardinal game started early, which caused me to miss church. I prayed to the big man though and just thanked him for the friends that were taking me to the game and thanked him for opening that venue for me on this weekend. God took care of me this weekend. I love that dude. Anyway, time for bed. Get my baby girl back tomorrow and I cannot wait to see her. I am at peace today and I hope everyone here finds some too tonight. Let's just sit back and not worry, just for tonight. Join me if you like. Just go and file it together at the courthouse. Bring the ex along if you could and they should take care of the rest. The next, well, I have been doing a bunch of soul searching lately. I have reconnected with some old friends and reconnected with some old special people. By special, just people who have made a giant impact on my life and that I have missed and stopped talking to because of, well, marriage and life in general. There is one person, in particular, who has had an impact on me since I was 16 years old. When the internet first came out, people would get in chat rooms and I met this person through there. I was just a kid and I was playing the internet. It started out harmless, in fact it still is. But we wrote each other letters and emails almost every day. This went on for around 5 to 6 years and I know we truly were in love with one another. Only problem was, we were young and we lived 5 hours away and had no way of really doing anything about it. So now, we have talked on and off for around 15 years now. We have both been divorced and our lives are a bit more complicated than they once were. We started talking on Facebook again, but it eventually led to texting, and now to phone conversations. If anything, she makes me feel better about things because she has been through the ringer. I think this is eventually going to lead to something, not sure what it is. But we are going to meet up this year when the divorce is final. Mind, I don't know, there has always been this thing that pulls the two of us together. I got to find out what that is. My daughter's mother, which is the STBX's new name now, which I have changed accordingly in my phone, was pulling some crap yesterday that was pretty annoying. First of all, when I dropped my daughter off to her home in the morning, she answered the door without a top on and had lacy panties hanging out of her sweatpants. Come on now, she would barely get undressed during the daytime in front of me. But now all of a sudden you are going to answer the door without a top on and say you woke up late. Annoying. So anyway, I pretty much ran the hell out of there without looking back. I didn't look, I didn't react, I just kissed my daughter and got the hell out of there. Crazy woman. So, I get home from work, clean up a little bit before my baby arrives, and I am still dressed to a T because I am still in my work clothes. She walks in, sees me, and speaks. Man, you must be a saint or an angel to be able to put up with my crap for 4 years. Look at you with your bunch of new outfits. While the whole time I was with you, you would wear thrift store clothes that I bought. Just saying that you must have endured a lot to try and make me happy, or something like that. Me, I don't know how to respond to that, so I am just not going to. Then the conversation headed back to where it belonged, focused on my daughter. I guess she is starting to see how awesome I was, but a little too late. I am a completely different person than I was back then, and there is definitely no going back to that nonsense. Anyway, I feel that I am in a good place and there is definitely hope all around me. She is off the house and she is off the loan. It is all mine. Going to go to the park today with the daughter. Wife has been acting weird and flirty, really freaking me out. I finally asked her why she was being a creep yesterday. She just laughed. Women. Anyway, went out a bit last night, drank a few beers. Was fun, loving this freedom, really embracing it when my baby isn't around. Anyway, just wanted to put this accomplishment in writing. I hope you all have a great day. Update. Well, I moved my buddy in. He now sleeps in the basement. My daughter's mother is really starting to look like hell. She has lost so much weight she is starting to look terrible and sickly. Oh well, cannot dwell on it. She has stopped with the weirdness, thank God. I guess her and the kissed and made up. Anyway, enough about that nonsense. Things are looking up more and more every day. I am still exercising and I am probably in the best shape that I have ever been in my life. I am going to church weekly and participating in activities that are beyond my own needs. I am having a blast with the newfound freedom and the time that I spend with my daughter, being able to do what I want with her and not have everything dictated to me. It is a weird feeling when you were so petrified of someone leaving you, but all of a sudden you realize the pain and trauma was all you were holding on to. That when they are gone and you let go, your life couldn't be any better. I can honestly say that I am getting to a point where I just might be happier than I was when I was with my daughter's mother. I was holding on to a dream that had turned into a nightmare. I think I finally woke up. I do not ever dwell on our past. I am not sure if I just blocked it out, if I have a touch of denial, or I just really am indifferent to our past experiences. Some were definitely good and some were bad, but I know they are all in the past and I cannot stand to waste my energy and think about them. So I simply don't. I am not sure if this is healthy or not though. Well hell, make a long story short, I got into the game this weekend and was successful. I am done drinking. I am done flirting. I feel like a piece of crap for doing it and I was in a weak moment. Being alone really starts to play on you. However, I feel worse than I did before. Why do I feel like I did something wrong? Why in the world did I do this? I have been put on this path by someone else's decision, but I am supposed to just be single. Well, she gets to go have her fun. I am faithful, loyal, and honest. I am definitely not doing that anymore. I guess I need to be burned to really learn my lesson. A week later, been in a bit of a funk. I've been having some fun, but you know, at the end of the day it is not who I am and I need to really stop with the nonsense because it isn't helping me to become a more rounded person. The more I meet new people that are interested in me, the less I think I even want to be with anyone anytime soon. This was definitely a lesson that I needed to learn, I guess. My daughter's mother just sent me a text saying some guy on FB was asking her out and asking about the divorce and wondered if I might know him because she thought it was weird. Just trying to get a reaction. I figured she would stop by now. But alas, she has not. How do I be mean to people? How the hell do I tell people that no, I don't like this, and this is unacceptable? Proceeded by walking away. I know this is a flaw in me and this is definitely something that I can see causes issues in my relationships, and I am trying to learn this lesson and really latch onto it. Going to take the childcare classes in 2 weeks and then we will be proceeding to getting this all over with. Things overall have been great, just a little complicated. I am sure her and the OM are still together, but I haven't heard or asked about it since she left the homestead. I have been having my fun too, but it really isn't doing anything but making me feel guilty and worse about all of this. I can't just sleep with someone. I guess it's just too damn intimate for me. I need to learn how to do this. I am an absolute wreck today. I feel guilty for being single. I am just not ready for all of this BS. I have one person telling me now how much they can't help but like me entirely too much, and it has made me extremely uncomfortable. I have not let anyone on. I told everything up front about what I expect, but now I get to be a piece of crap guy and hurt someone's feelings. I am officially done with all of this nonsense. I am already under enough pressure, and all I seem to be doing is adding more to it. And instead of thinking this would help me to move forward, it's causing me to move backward and miss things how they once were. It's a damn paradox and I hate it. I am only happy nowadays when I have my daughter and when I am at church. I love my friends, but damn, this lifestyle is so damn foreign to me, even though I once lived it thoroughly. But boy, have I changed since then. I just meet people and it seems forced and unreal on my part, like I am floating above myself watching myself be sociable. I hate this too. I think I just didn't realize how confusing moving on is sometimes. I can't help but feel this was a bit of a setback for me. I am currently explaining to the attached person why we can no longer continue. It is not going well and I feel like a jerk. Let's just see how much crap I can add to the divorce before it's all over. I am stressed to the max. I am such an idiot. How in the hell do you figure out what you want when all you wanted was what you had? No, I do not want my daughter's mother back, but I literally had everything that I needed out of life. It just slipped through my fingers. I am going to ball games galore, doing things for me, but I feel like I am spinning plates just waiting for all of them to crash all around me. I am starting a baby gym class with my daughter tomorrow, trying new things, but I feel like I am losing my way. Not sure how you lose a way though when you have no idea where you are going. What have I learned now? I learned that I am not ready at all. I guess that is progress, learning that you haven't made enough progress, right? We went to the baby gym last night and had a blast. Jumped on trampolines and just had a great old time. She was worn out when we got home, so she slept pretty well. Was one of those really good times that when it's over you look back and think that everything is going to be alright. That everything can make sense again even though it is all very different. I still struggle with not having her every day. I have her on most days, but dropping her off on every other weekend brings me so close to the breaking point. I guess I am getting used to it. I don't cry as bad on the car ride home, but it's just terrible walking that lonely walk back to the car, leaving your past behind you. The child drops off. That is what I want to talk about. It is almost like reliving a nightmare over and over again on a daily basis, and it lasts for only a few brief minutes. You see the ex, or in my case my daughter's mother. You chit-chats a few minutes, some smiles, some empty gestures, but it is almost like talking to a ghost from your past, every day. Day in and day out. What a weird thing to do. What a weird thing to have to subject ourselves to daily. I don't know where I am going with this. Just wanted to type it out. I just hate it. Took a trip up to Chicago this weekend. It was fun, until the last night, and had a pretty terrible trigger. We were outside playing around at this hotel and they had a BBQ pit that we were all around and people would come and go and cook all night. We hung out there all night, had a few drinks and a really good time. I had drunk a little bit, but this couple came downstairs and the gal was very pretty and her fiancé was very nice. I enjoyed them both and got to know them well. As the night went on, we all drank more and more and the fiancé decided to go to bed. Well, he leaves and she stays and has more drinks with all of us. But I notice her paying attention to me a bit differently. She proceeds to take her ring off and let me know how she doesn't really care about her engagement and that this is the third time she has been engaged. She then asks me to go on a walk. This set me off and I simply replied, "You need to go upstairs and cuddle your fiancé." All I have been able to think of since this happened is my daughter's mother and the OM and how easily and freely people can cheat, and it scares me. So, we came back home. And sure enough, my daughter's mother was a little jealous, I think, that I was in Chicago and she had no idea what I did. She was dressed to kill and looked great and was in a hurry to get back to her OM, I could tell. After what I saw, not sure why, but this triggered me in jealousy. Sadness and hurt all began to flow in. The why wasn't I enough? Sure, would be nice to have her dress up for me like that. The good old, why wasn't I enough? All those insecurities back in the blink of an eye. I got my daughter. She could tell something was wrong. She sensed that I was in a weak moment. But I just stuck to the "I am tired" bit. I hate her for doing this to our family. Oh well, time to screw the head back on straight. Life kind of sucks sometimes. I am through my 3-day pity party with some carryover anger. Why is it that I was not the one who initiated this divorce? But I am the only taking care of it all. From getting the child classes signed up for, to finishing up the uncontested plans and schedule. While she just runs off to blow the I have literally done everything for something that I never wanted, but at this point I feel if I don't do it, it will never get done. What kind of ass-backwards BS is this? Anyway, point 2 to crab about. So, my daughter and I are doing these baby gym classes that I took the time to sign her up for and take her to. My daughter's mother asks me the other day if she can come along because she thinks she is missing out on events in her daughter's life. This is what happens when you divorce, and now you are wanting to jump on my time with my daughter to feel like a great parent when you clearly have her every day and still don't do crap with her but go to your parents. Take the time and find your own activities. This is our time. Man, that really agitates me. Of course I didn't have the balls to say anything to her about because I am such a failure still at protecting my boundaries. But this is just so unacceptable to me. She has her every day while I am at work because she doesn't work. Has my daughter went to the zoo? Nor has she taken her anywhere fun during the day. No. Have I? Yes, and tons. Does it make me a better parent? No, but it makes me the one who takes initiative. Like always in this entire relationship. Man, she pisses me off. My big hang-up is making waves and the fear of the divorce becoming a monster to deal with. I know her temper when things do not go her ways, and I know immediately the hell that I am going to get from this. The woman is not altogether. Even today I asked my baby girl for a hug and she spoke. Well, I guess, okay. Like I was asking her, come on, why make a joke about something like this? I know me not giving her 2 seconds of my time on pickups and not communicating anything outside of our daughter is eating her alive, but she doesn't deserve me to be loving and caring. She lost it the day she let someone else in her heart and elsewhere. I love how I always feel the need to explain myself and smooth things over. I love how I cannot just say no and not feel the need to explain why. I got to learn how to do this. It is just when you deal with the same person over and over again for years on end, it is a tough habit to break. It is not a matter of her agreeing with me, more so a matter of not dealing with the consequences that come from her not agreeing. It is pathetic, but I feel keeping emotions in line until the divorce is set in stone would be the best option. The last thing I want is a long fight because in the end no one wins. But I know the day those are signed I am done. Well, I had the opportunity to practice this yesterday. She came over to see our daughter. I have been struggling with a sickness for almost a week now. A very nasty sinus infection. It was my weekend and everything has been pleasant. She walks in and literally begins to tell me what and how I should be living my life, overstepping boundaries left and right, telling me about her boyfriend and how he will probably be around my daughter once the divorce is finalized, letting me know how happy she is and how she isn't depressed anymore and thinking about killing herself every other day, wanting to change my daughter's schedule so that I have her every weekend, asking me if I am bitter and angry at her for what she has done. Yeah, it was a bombardment. I am not sure what she was trying to accomplish, and yes, it hurt like hell. I didn't show most of it, and I asked her to stop talking about these things because they were things that I didn't want to hear about or talk about. The one that got me, the one that set me over the edge, was when she tried to get me to agree to having her every weekend. When I said I do not like the way that works out because I would be losing days during the week with her. She simply said to cut the BS. The only reason you won't agree to it because you want your every other weekend to play, making me out to be a bad father. I work all day, have my daughter every night during the week, and have her every other weekend. The ex doesn't work, so every day is a weekend where she can run off to the OM and make things just grand and happy in her life. I told her that I would take my daughter every weekend only if I didn't have to give up any time during the week. She didn't like that. What pisses me off is the manipulation. She wants me to take my daughter on the weekends so her and the OM can have a F-palace every week. However, since I didn't like the idea, I get the projection of needing time to play put upon me and I bought into it for a minute. I cried after she left and it pissed me off that I did. I cannot believe how I hold on to this woman's words sometimes like they are the truth. I guess because I am not entirely over her yet and I used to seek some validation for my persona from her during the happy times, if you want to call them that. F her seriously. What a cruel joke of a woman. I have never met a more unempathetic person in my entire life. Update. Well, the child classes are July 2nd and 3rd, then it is filing time. Naturally, my daughter's mother has been letting me know all about her new life. I sometimes laugh at myself, thinking about how much I do not care, and if she only knew. She will still make this self-validating comment from time to time, like hearing me tell my daughter she is beautiful and she will respond like her mommy. Oh well, it obvious has some effect on me because I remembered it. Anyway, things have been pretty smooth. Been dating and such, been going to church still, been keeping busy with and without my daughter. Things are okay. I am a bit lost from time to time, with moments of not knowing what the hell I am supposed to be doing with a touch of fear pulling me back into my past. All normal, but just different. I went on a fantastic date Saturday with a beautiful lady to a wonderful Greek restaurant. It was something my daughter's mother would have been against because it was a tad expensive, but the date was worth every penny. This girl is wonderful, but things are going slow. The way they are supposed to be. I am still exercising consistently and really like the way I look, probably for one of the first times in my life. Still will never understand this. Not supposed to, but I really just feel sometimes that things are so different that I am not in control of my life anymore. Just a bit out of control, and I usually feel like that when I do not have my daughter. Go figure. Anyway, my new countdown is July 2nd and 3rd, 2 hours each. Haircut, baby gym, exercise, Game of Thrones are the plans for today. Take care all. I hope all is going well in your lives. I am talking about being married. I never expected to get a divorce. I have said this many times that divorce is one of my greatest fears and I do not believe in it. I have always planned for the future. Get married, have a child, grow old, have grandchildren, die. The American dream. What I expected my life to be. A part of me still wants that, but I am slowly realizing just because life has taken a different direction, it does not necessarily mean it's a bad thing. I just don't know what the hell to do with myself now. My dream was to get married and have a family, and now that it is all gone, leaves me in an uncomfortable spot. I have accepted it, I just don't know what to do with it now. I don't know what to strive and dream for anymore. Well, I started the child divorce classes. I have one more tonight and then it's divorce time. I was a little nervous going last night, maybe a little embarrassed because of my failed marriage. But then I realized everyone else in the room was going through the same thing and I was being silly. It was pretty painless, a little campy, and I didn't learn anything that any good parent would already know. I left feeling a little upset, but more so for some of the people that were in the room. There were tons of people that just opened up and started telling their stories. Of course, it was always the other person's fault, people playing the victim. Then I realized how I am in a better place than a majority of these people because of this site and because of what I have learned. Pretty thankful for that. My daughter's mother has been weird a few times lately. I just brush it off. She still seeks some comfort from me, but I just do not partake in those self-validating conversations anymore. Anyway, been dating, been going to church, trying to stay out of trouble. I hope all is well in all of your worlds. I currently give her $750 a month and split almost $100,000 with her. She is financially sound. However, she has to get a job and she knows that, if she doesn't, I will keep handing her the checks. I will pay for anything and everything daughter-related until she works, and I am just fine with that. What I am giving her now is just cutting into what I used to be able to save. If she ever gets behind on rent or anything, however, her father is extremely wealthy and she would turn to him. Not me. I know what you are getting at though, but that scenario does not really pertain to my situation. If that ever was the case though, I would tell her no, especially with how much money that I know she has. I look at the child support and the money that I give as paying a babysitter. With the amount of time I get my daughter, it is well worth it to me. I made it through the classes quite well, but they still really had a negative impact on me. There was this one girl in particular that just looked a mess from it all. I could see the stress, pain, and anger in her eyes. I could see that she was not coping well with it all, and it broke my heart. I wanted to reach out to her and tell her to visit this site to maybe help her along, but I just didn't have the balls to, and I worried she would take offense to my perception of her situation. After the final class, I went out to my car and saw this girl with her head down crying and praying in her car. I got the hell out of there immediately with tears in my eyes. Not for me, but for her. I probably will never forget her. I don't know, I have been really angry since the class. Really pissed off at my daughter's mother. Just angry in general. I feel out of control and it is really starting to piss me off. My daughter has started sleeping like hell. She cries every time I drop her off and runs to me when I pick her up. I have no idea why she hates being over there so much, and it is really stressing me the hell out as well. This girl I have been seeing is latching on and I don't know what the hell to do because I enjoy her company. She dropped the damn love word the other night. What the duck am I supposed to do with that? I guess I will have to hurt someone's feelings now, and that pisses me the hell off as well. Man, I really don't want anything serious at all. I do not want to answer to anyone. I want to do what I want to do and whom I want to do. I can tell that I am not ready to trust, love, open up, be close, or anything of the sort. I just want to live in the day and have fun with people. Why did she have to say the love word? I am overall doing really well. I think that these classes triggered me and really made me see the inevitable train coming down the tracks, trucking along. With the added stress from the gal I am dating, it is just overwhelming me. I will have to be honest. I have tried to be honest with this person I am dating, to the point of telling her we do not need to do this anymore. But then I begin to miss her a bit and she will contact me via text message and I cave. I am doing the complete push away, bring her back in. It hurts her feelings and I am a piece of crap for doing it. But I have so many walls up and I am so not ready for what this gal is looking for that it scares the hell out of me. I really do enjoy her company, but I am not over the loss of my last relationship and there is no way I am stable enough for another one. There is a connection, but it is physical, right now. We have fun together and it is simple and safe. Well, it was. I don't know how to just walk away though. Yeah, I know, poor me. So, I wake up this morning and I find a text from my daughter's mother. Do you miss me? How do I respond? What kind of loaded BS question is that? I do not miss the cheating, unloving, cold, heartless individual that she has become. However, I do not understand why the hell she asked me that. It really pisses me off that she literally tore me down to a point of madness, cheated, broke apart my family, moved out, and now asks me if I miss that. Is she out of her damn mind? Not that she missed me. She has too much pride and too much face to save to ever admit that maybe she did a few things wrong. So instead she asks me a question she knows that I will not answer, so she can tell herself that I do not give a crap and make herself feel better. I had a great weekend with my daughter. Did some more volunteering selling some lemon shake-ups at the city BBQ cook-off. Daughter and I swam, shopped, ate, went to the BBQ, and just generally hung out. I think she had a good weekend. Someday soon she will be able to tell me. Anyway, we finally have the agreement done on the custody, and now we should be filing the paperwork soon. Just a few more kinks. Like comments. I love it when the OP has a good relationship with their kids moving forward, just to show you can always focus on your family after the separation. How you guys like these long series? I am going to do some shorter stories. Going to prepare it right now. See you there.